Good morning, everyone. Dean Manheimer here, and I should say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are joining us from. This is a very, very exciting time for all of us. It's my pleasure and a privilege for me to be able to host this call, this webinar this morning. You know, one of the most important things for all of us is communications, and the company has really stepped up in terms of having communications directly with the field. I'm going to be introducing to you here shortly our Chief Technology, that's cute, our Chief Network Officer, Mr. Jerry Yerke. But before I do that, there's a couple of things that I want to cover in terms of housekeeping. Number one, this is what you're going to hear today is going to be very important. In fact, probably some of the most important information that you're going to glean in quite some time. So having said that, it's important that you be present, you pay attention, you know what's going on. So have Facebook turned off, Skype turned off, all the distractions out of the way, have a pencil and paper handy so that if something comes up, you got questions, make note of it so that you get those questions answered. But it's very, very important, especially for your teams, that you get this information that you're going to hear this morning firsthand and get it disseminated to your organization so they're also aware of all of the things that are going on. It's also important for us to understand this is our business. And Dubli has really been doing some amazing things behind the scenes that I'm really excited about. In fact, many of you that I've been dealing with personally know some of the things that we've been doing in preparation, and you know the commitment that the leadership in the field has made in terms of moving forwards, especially with the announcements that we know will be coming in September in Dubai. So having said that, we have to pay attention to our business. Our success and the success of our teams will be predicated on what we do, the leadership that we give, the guidance that we give, and what they see us doing, not what they see us telling them, but what they see us doing. So our part in terms of paying attention to our business, newsletters, communications, whatever it is, we need to make sure we're proactive and that we are keeping informed so that we can inform our people and make sure that they're also informed and they're aware of where they need to go and also get the same information firsthand. We are at a very, very unique point in time. And most of you know that when I joined Dubli 7 years ago, you've heard my story, how excited I was about the model, about Dubli, where we're going. I will tell you today, I am more excited about where we are, what we've got, and the potential that we have looking at us than I've ever been. And that's why we have to make sure we're all focused in our business, because this is not only about where Dubli's going and the kind of company it'll be and what it will represent for us in terms of our business, but it truly will represent the historical marker that I've talked about in the past about being part of history in the making. So, we need to make sure that we're on top of it. Michael Hansen, Jerry Yerke, some of the other folks you're going to hear about on the call today have all been putting together the pieces to make sure that from the corporate standpoint, they got everything in place for us to move forwards with what we do. And what we do best is we build the network. We bring customers. Those are the two things that we do. We're either enrolling people to become business associates and expand our business, or we're enrolling customers and expanding our residual base, especially down the road in terms of our exit strategy, financial numbers, whatever you want to call it. And so that's what we do. That's the productivity. Not just saying we're busy. We have to be productive, and this is our business, and we will get out of it what we put into it. So, having said all of that, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Jerry Yerke, our Chief Network Officer, with the announcements that we've got coming today for the sales directors, the vice presidents, and the senior vice presidents. Jerry, it is all yours.
Thank you, Dean. Thanks for kicking off our call today, our call/webinar. One and the same people are actually either on the computer or they're dialing in from a phone. And thank you to both you and Thomas Schmitz, both of you as senior vice presidents, your leadership commitment, your dedication to every business associate in Dubli. It's been amazing. And excuse me one second. Forgive me. We've been on several phone calls already. Your commitment, both you and Thomas, have been stellar. In the 6 months that I've had the privilege and honor to be the Chief Network Officer, my hats are off to both of you, and I know that I speak on behalf of all of our network. You know, Dean, it won't be long until there is actually a call the size of this one that will just be for senior presidents, senior vice presidents. And although the name of this call and webinar is Vice President's Communication and Update, again, we've elected and selected to have our sales directors join us. Some of them are brand new sales directors and have achieved this high rank, and we applaud them, we congratulate them, and wanted them to be a part of our call today. So welcome to everybody. It is an important call that we are having today, some information, some old, some that we will recap and talk about a little bit to discuss further. And then we have some new bullet points to share. This has been quite a week of communication, quite a week of being the bridge between the network and the company. And in this week alone, we kicked it off Tuesday with a North America update call. We followed it the very next day with our international call. Just an hour and a half ago, we had an all India call. And I'm going to recap a couple of those topics with all of you as you have organizations and teams building around the world. And it's very important and vital that you get that information. As I mentioned, this call was intended for vice presidents. We will continue to be at the forefront of communication. We are shooting, and many of you are shooting for the rank of vice president before August 31st. And that's exactly why we wanted to make sure that our sales directors are joining us today. We're also going to be discussing the all-important $1 million contracts. And I believe this will be important information for us to recap and move forward. So sales directors, along with our vice presidents and senior vice presidents, your help in making sure, as Dean mentioned, to make sure your team is receiving accurate, timely messaging is ultra important. And I want to thank you in advance for doing so. As you can see by the slide that is just pulled up, we have a new addition to the corporate team. And what an honor and a privilege to do so. Over this last week, Ricky, we had the opportunity to introduce you to the North America team, as well as the international team on a call, and just coming off our India-only call. And I want to make sure that everybody understands, because of the global business, the size of the company, and more importantly, the growth, understand and highlight this, underscore it, underline it, that Michael Hansen is doing everything possible to make sure that we're ahead of the game and that we're hiring the best of the best. You all will get a chance to meet Ricky in Dubai at the Dubli Summit. He'll be heading up and is actually the point person, kind of like the Magic Johnson of our Dubli Academy, and doing an amazing job already. He'll be launching the training system from Dubai on. He'll be visiting your markets all around the globe with training the trainers. He'll be covering the world in this capacity, and I can't wait for all of you to be able to meet Ricky. Let me just share just a couple of highlights, and then I want to open up the call so that Ricky can say hello to our incredible leadership, the cream of the cream. Ricky's been in the industry for 28 years. And Ricky, I know for us young guys in our late 30s that by the time we add up your experience and years in education, Michael Hansen, myself, we're well over 75 years. And then throw in our two senior vice presidents, we're probably at 110, 115 years of experience within the industry. Now, not to say that we're not learning every single day, we are, but that is pretty comforting. That really should give our business associates the incredible certainty that we have. Ricky has been on all fronts. He's not only been a field leader, a business associate in several companies, and actually built his teams to well over hundreds of thousands of people. Ricky's been on the educational side, entertaining and teaching. That really is his passion. We like to look at Ricky and think of Ricky as the edge. Everybody's looking for an edge. He's the edge trainer. Uh, Yearly, Ricky has had the opportunity to speak to thousands of people with his training, but not just in our industry of direct sale and network marketing, but various industries in representing companies all around the world. And what I really admire in the short time that I've gotten to know Ricky, I've heard his name for years and years, and just recently had the pleasure about 6 months ago meeting him for the first time. And here's what I noticed immediately. When he walks in the room, he's like a few select people where the energy and the enthusiasm goes to the next level. He's passionate, and for all of us, which I think is so important, besides the experience, the expertise, is that he's purpose driven and he's living a purpose driven life. Ricky, come on and share with our leaders over the next couple of minutes and give us a little bit of who Ricky is and what we can look forward to in the coming days, weeks, months, and years.
Hey, Jerry, thank you so much. I am honored, I'm privileged, I'm humbled. I'm grateful for the opportunity to spend just a couple of minutes with the leadership group, but I'm mindful of that. This isn't an open call like we've been doing, which I'm glad to be on, but I'm honored to be on this call because it really is about leadership. You guys have built this company, you guys and gals have built this company, and I'm honored to be among you. I know what it's like to be out in the field and work hard and do the things you're trying to do with a company. And you guys have built an incredible company so far, and I'm grateful to be part of it. First, I want to thank Michael Hansen for the opportunity that he's given me and bringing me on as a CNO. And I just consider myself just a distributor like you guys in the sense of the approach that I hope I can have and take with all of you. I have a ton to learn. I know that. But I love to teach. I love to share. I love to coach. I love this industry. I love this space, this place. The good things about it, the struggles that sometimes we have with it, but that's the great part about a team. My life has evolved the last decade into coaching high school football, and it's been a great reminder of when I got started in this business, and the importance of being coachable and teachable and learning from other people. One of my mentors that I read many years ago, he said, "He who teaches himself has a fool for a master." And I think we've got some phenomenal teachers within this organization. And again, I'm mindful, grateful for Michael Hansen for what he's put together these many years and how this has evolved. And it's a dynamic business. That's one thing I've seen for sure. This past week, I've had the chance to visit with quite a few of you, at least in the United States, and it's neat to see what's taken place. I know there's things that are dynamic and moving and flowing. I am excited to get to Dubai. There are things that I wish, and I know Jerry will agree, we wish we could open up and share with you right now, but we can't, and those surprises will be unveiled at Dubai. And that's not one of those lines, guys, to just fear of lost you that you got to come to hear the next great and best thing about a company. There's some amazing things that are going to happen, that are going to transpire, that I truly think will not shift where this company is and where it's going, but I really do think it shifts what's going on in this industry. And this industry, this space, this place needs this kind of change, this kind of leadership, this kind of direction. And I think it'll open the eyes of many people through the industry who are looking for a better home, for a new home, that will certainly attract a number of people in leadership to this company. One thing that I do know, and I'll leave this with you, I don't want to take much time on this call. I know that our vehicle is important in how we try to achieve and succeed in life. You could take a brand new Corvette, you could take a brand new Ford Fusion or a Toyota Camry, whatever car of your choice you want. And if you race those cars on a beautiful sunny day down at the track, what car is going to win? I know you can't respond, but hopefully most of you are going to say a brand new Corvette and a brand new Ford Fusion. No knock on the Ford Fusion holders, but the Corvette's probably going to win. And 30 seconds later, you could switch the drivers of the Corvette and the Ford Fusion, and you race those cars again. What car is going to win? And hopefully you're saying to yourself, the Corvette. meaning, and the moral of the story is that the vehicle is very important. And the vehicle that Michael Hansen and his team have put together, what you have all put together is very important. And I've been part of some great vehicles. I'm honored and blessed. I've learned. I've gotten a lot of experience. I've had some great moments. I've had some tough moments in this industry, and I hope that those experiences will lend itself for me, because I feel excited and blessed and honored to be part of what you guys have put together, but also to make this a better vehicle, one that more people will be excited to be part of, one that people will want to travel with us, one that will represent the industry in all its goodness, because as you know, this industry with it, when you say MLM, network marketing, direct sales, most of the time a lot of red flags go off. And really in the world of sales and occupation, and one of these times I'll do a training that I hope I get a chance to do with you, is in all these occupational positions, we're way down below as far as a trust factor. So as we come at our business and we come at people with Dubli, in their minds, we are really at the bottom, not Dubli, but as an industry, we're way behind the eight ball. And from a trust perspective. And I think it's why it's important what you guys have done thus far, the things that Michael Hansen keeps working on with the team and the organization, which increase our trust in this industry, in the business world, which will help us, will help the company grow and begin to attract and to develop those kind of leaders that'll make this company great. I was very, very lucky in the beginning of my career in this industry to work with some great people. It was a team. It wasn't one person. The beginning of the end of that company that was so powerful and so strong was one person thought that they did do it, and one person doesn't do it. It's a team of people, and that's what I love about Michael Hansen. That's what I love about the leaders that I've talked to and have met so far. I would encourage all of you to keep up that example. To me, leadership is, it is example, and you have to act like it. People are watching. There's things going on, good, bad, and ugly. One thing that I would share with you guys today is I've been speaking with various leadership. Remember, bad news does not go down, okay? Good news goes down. Bad news goes up. If there's stuff going on, you know what? You've got Jerry's, you've got myself now, you've got Dean, you've got obviously people at corporate. There's things set in place so that we can work on things, we can stay positive. I call it PACE, positive attitude changes everything, PACE. And again, I'm not trying to preach to the choir as leaders, but we need to make sure as we go into this next phase, as dynamic as we are, and as we're moving into Dubai, this next event, I'm telling you, it really, really is going to be tremendous, the things that you're going to hear and see that'll launch us into the fourth quarter, that launch us into not a new company per se of what Dubli is and what their heart and soul is, but the ability for us to really increase our trust factor in the industry and help us again to attract and I just want you to know right now, to develop. I'm grateful that we have leaders coming in from other places. That's awesome. That's great for the bottom line. It helps us grow. It helps us get different countries. I want you to know, though, we need to go out and develop our own leadership. We need to grow our own elephants. I was grown up in this industry. I hope and pray that we get a chance to do that. That's going to be my passion and desire, is to go out there and help develop many, 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 many more leaders in your organizations and be a partner with you, not to come step on your groups, not to act like a know-it-all, but to work in collaboration and in conjunction with you. Leaving one more thing in mind, I'm sure you've all heard it a million times, but it's something that rings true as I think about leadership. The speed of the leader, right, determines the rate of the pack. You guys have been running hard. We're going to have to continue to run hard here for a couple more years, but I think it is worth it. But one thought that as I put my distributor cap on, how much money would you make if your downline, if your organization did what you did today? So think about the things that you're doing every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever days of the week, whatever hours of the week you work. How much money, how much growth would your organization have if they did what you did today? So as we go out there as leaders, as we set the example, as we look at this vehicle that we have, the speed that we want it to go, I hope you'll begin to trust more what Michael Hansen has put together, the people, the team, the crew pit, kind of speaking in NASCAR terms, that he's put together to build and maintain this incredible vehicle. And yes, do tires need to be changed? Yes. Do we need more gas at different times? Yes. Do we need to tweak what's going on at different times? Absolutely. And I promise you that that is in full effect right now. I am, again, blessed beyond compare to be able to be kind of slid in here at this chance on what you guys have built. I promise to share my passion, my love, whatever I've got to do to help you all to grow your organizations so that you'll accomplish and do the things that you want to do, and we can make this company everything that we want to make it, and more importantly, that it can be in our personal lives, and we can attract the kind of wealth that we want, and not wealth just in money, but wealth and peace of mind, wealth with our family and our friends to do the things that we want to do. Do what you want, when you want, with whom you want. So, with that being said, I'm gonna shut up now, Jerry. Again, thank you for all that you've done. I appreciate the chance to run and to work with you. Grateful that you and I get a chance to cover the earth right now and to help this great organization achieve more and be more. So with that, in Dubai, and if not a little sooner, as we get face to face and call to call.
Thank you so much, Ricky.
Thank you so much, Ricky.
And you are exactly right. Hopefully you're not hearing an echo. Fix it. Doesn't look like it on the other side. So let's go. With Ricky on board, he mentioned that we're able to cover the earth. And that's exactly what we're going to be able to do. So for those people that are calling in from our European markets, a market in a continent that I have not had the chance to do yet, once we launch out of Dubai, the Dubli Summit, we, as in Ricky and myself, will be coming to your markets on a continuous basis, as Ricky will be launching the training, the Dubli Academy for the world. So great to have you on the team, and look forward to working with you. Let's get to write some of the information. Let's recap one of the most amazing promotional bonuses. That's right. It was launched sometime around the April 1st rank of this year, 2015, as a promotion, and has been absolutely successful. I want to take the time to highlight one of the most exciting bonuses that Dubli has ever implemented. This bonus was launched for two reasons, most obviously. One, the reason to put more money into all of your pockets, quickly, fast, easy, simple. And the second reason is to make sure that we have spending money that will allow us to do and attend events like the Dubli Summit. And Ricky, since you mentioned it, and we're going to cover it near the end of this call, as I've got my application up right now, we are literally 54 days, depending on where you live, this is East Coast time, in the United States, 54 days, 11 hours, 36 minutes, and 56 seconds from starting our Dubli Summit. So time is approaching. Time is now. It's about taking action. On a global basis, since the launch of the current Frontline bonus, as you can see on the slide, it is bundles of 3. Enroll 3 new team members, $300 Frontline bonus. In India, just for your information, because we have a brand new sales director on the phone from India today that has joined us with the other successful India sales directors, it's $150. And then, as we all know, for the PPA package, it is $1,500 in a Frontline bonus, bundle of 3, enroll 3 new PPAs, and receive $1,500. You know, Ricky, Dean, Thomas, and all of our leadership, one of the reasons that we get excited and wake up every single day to see who's new, who's achieved, who's joined PPA, who the new sales directors are, is to always make sure that we have recognition. So I want to take a little bit of time right at the front of this call, since we're talking about the Frontline bonus, and talk about some of our extraordinary achievers. And there's many. The list is lengthy, but there's a couple that we want to mention on this call. Out of New Delhi, India, a new market to us with a wonderful local mall that has had challenges, folks, that in Europe, in North America, you could never understand or even believe the challenges. And yet, Shivali Kada, congratulations, who has actually achieved our Frontline bonus not once, not twice, but actually 4 times. Congratulations, and we're so proud of you. Ray Kakuda out of Honolulu, Hawaii. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't see somebody in Ray's organization that is achieving new ranks, coming in as new team members. 4 times Ray has now achieved the frontline bonus. Jonathan Romaine out of Montreal, Canada. That's right, our Canadian brothers and sisters, 5 times in regards to the frontline bonus, which we launched in our national call not too long ago. Stone Evans out of Dallas, Texas, congratulations, has actually hit the frontline bonus 6 times. Can you believe it? How about you? How many times have you been able to hit the frontline bonus? Maybe that's a challenge for each and every one of you for the next 30 days. You can do it because we've got the Dubai Dubli Summit, the all-important event coming up, and we all know that there are sacrifices being made. That's why today in India, we actually announced the same registration price. That's right. For the next 21 days, India gets to experience what North America has. Why? To ensure the attendance and to make sure that our leadership is in Dubai. Matthew Jang, British Columbia, living in Hawaii, building a global business with Dubli, congratulations, has now hit the frontline bonus 7 times. And I know by the time we see each and every one of these in Dubai, those numbers will increase substantially. And Julian Sherman out of Newtown, Pennsylvania, has hit the frontline bonus. You heard me right, 9 times. Congratulations. We applaud you. We're so proud of you. And it's good to be able to recognize our leadership at the highest level possible. You know, something else that we'd like to recognize and take some time, I would personally like to recognize a few leaders that have really set the standard for our business associate culture. Their production, their attitude, emphasis on attitude, raising it on a daily basis to a whole new level. These leaders have been selected by the Dubli Network corporate team. It's just not myself. It's all of our network team, because many of you have done exactly what we inspire and inspire us with your cheerleading and not necessarily being a critic of Dubli. And let me just emphasize that for a second. As I get to know these individuals on a daily basis, they have actually helped me be more of a cheerleader in our team to emphasize and focus on what is incredible about Dubli and what we do have instead of what we don't have. Now, that isn't to say that we've always agreed on every single situation and they didn't have challenges. They did. But every single one of these people that I'd like to recognize on behalf of Ricky and all of our Dubli Network team is that every time they make a suggestion, they also conduct themselves with the highest level of teamwork. And we know that that's being duplicated within their team, but they always come with a solution. So at this time, I'd like to make sure that we recognize these special people. Gladys Vest Hansen out of Denmark, from my understanding, the very first vice president in all of Dubli. Amazing job. Can't wait to be with you in Dubai and to be in your Denmark local markets. David Lombardi out of Italy, setting the standard on a daily basis and truly building one of the largest and fastest growing global organizations. Khalid, one of my favorite people on planet Earth, specifically with Dubli, out of Dubai. Khalid Shah doing an amazing job, going beyond the call of duty. And every single one of these people isn't just about their team. They're sold out. They're committed to all of Dubli. Brian McIntosh here in the United States, congratulations. And out of all of them, Brian is the one that is closest to me as far as location. I've had the opportunity to spend much time with Brian, and for a lot of people, and I'm speaking on behalf of all of these, they have helped us with training. They've helped us with Google Hangouts. They've made sure that their teams are getting all of the information, but more importantly, it's not just about them, it's about their team. So congratulate these leaders, these members, and we'll see them in Dubai. Just wanted to spend some time. Let's talk about some information that's very important for us to understand. And before we do that, let's talk about some more recognition. Over the last couple of weeks, specifically, Thomas, Dean, and Ricky, you've seen the reports. Many new team coordinators every single day, new sales directors, including today, right out of India. And we are pleased, and it is our honor and pleasure to introduce 2 new vice presidents. And this is since the beginning of this year. More importantly, both of these new presidents achieved that rank within the last 30 days. Again, setting the bar for each and every one of us and give us that we can do it. So we want to honor Ken Bolender, new Dubli vice president out of Salt Lake City, along with Kyle Montag, also out of Salt Lake City. The question is, congratulations. The question is, who's next? And I know that many of you are very close to achieving the rank of vice president. And I truly believe by the time we meet in Dubai, there might even be 1, maybe even 2 new senior vice presidents within our organization. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Let's get to a couple of topics that are all important for us to discuss. We would like to make sure that Dubli Network is taking action through social media and regarding the negative press within the industry and on the internet about Dubli. We're all running into the challenges, and as much as that's normal, there's not a person on this call that is happy or looking forward to reading what's next on the internet. Well, we'd like to share a couple of updates with each and every one of you. First off, we just got off the India update call. Several things. They've run into more challenges, and this is important, you as leaders, as you build teams in the country of India, that you're also on top of exactly what's going on. Even though they have one of the top local shopping malls with Dubli, some of the top 15 brands that country has in all of sales and merchandise, the challenges have been astronomical. There have been missing purchases, missing cashbacks. Many times, probably 99.9% of the time, was not in the era of Dubli. Had to do mostly with the merchants, the accounting, the tracking, the data. Just recently, we also announced for them on today's call and this week in regards to newsletters, they have India Payment Solutions. They now have it in their local currency, which is INR, has to do with the rupees, and they'll be able to pay on the network side to enroll people cash soon, cash, but right now today it's credit card as well as check, where they're able to actually enroll new members by walking into the bank, having the bank account, which is on the enrollment specifications, the enrollment reg path, where they actually have the Dubli bank account, can deposit the money right in there. So all this to make it fast, easy, simple, and fun. And I can tell you this, moving forward in the coming days and weeks as we go into Dubai, it will even become more simple and fast for all of our business associates in India. Very excited about what's going on there. You know, in your back office under marketing is a list and a PDF of the do's and don'ts. And I know too often we kind of, from a corporate standpoint, like to, or not necessarily that we want to, but we highlight many of the don'ts. It really is the responsibility of Dubli business associates for you to know that you cannot use merchant logos to make or modify official Dubli content. We have very strict policies with our merchants all around the globe, and those merchant logos can only be used on our company site, our company marketing, company materials like presentations and newsletters. I see it daily, everyone, and we really need to band together to protect the company. I like to say, protect the baby. It's at the utmost importance, as Dean led us off on this call, with the right spirit and the right contact. It is a strict violation when BAs copy, paste, modify, like they do on Facebook, their own marketing materials or message, but they're using the logos of our merchants. Quite frankly, we see this every day, and it really needs to stop in order for us to protect our longevity with the company. There is Dubli social media at the highest level. I would like to point out to use the hashtag Dubli Nation. And for some people on this call, like myself and a few others I won't name, you know, a hashtag is new to us. Sharing is new to us. And that's one of the things that we can do on Facebook or any of the materials that are official from the companies, those specifically that have logos of merchants, is for us to share those messages, but not create our own. We're very, very excited to make sure and to let you know that press releases, positive presses, we have a whole team, and Michael Hansen has hired a New York, one of the top New York companies in regards to positive press, PR, and press releases to make sure that we continue to brand the name of Dubli in the utmost possible and highest level. This will help all of us, specifically as each and every one of you are talking to prospective members. As I pull up the slide on Be Active, Stay Active, I'd like to just point out one other special note in regards to some of the do's and don'ts, because there's so many things you can do. But I believe this is an announcement that some of you are going to hear for the first time. There is documentation that backs this up within our back office, and at any time, as a sales director, vice president, senior VP, if you feel you don't have this information, you have my email address. That's what Ricky and I are for, to be your bridge. But I'm very excited to announce that since our last global call, all non-active BAs, all non-active business associates can enter into their back office. They have full access to their vouchers. They paid for them. It's theirs. They have full access to the commissions that were earned while they were active. That's money that is theirs. And they can become active by simply following through the registration path to activate, to become active. And we all know what those 4 different ways are. There will not be commissions paid moving forward or in a non-active status. So once again, want to make sure that you have that information, and also let you know that if any of our members who are non-active and they contact you because you're the upline support and they say, I can't get in, it is a simple 2-step process. You have your option, one or the other. Contact customer support immediately, or click on change of password, forgot password, and a new one will be given to you. Let's move on. Be active, stay active. This isn't new to each and every one of you. This is the perfect segue to talk about active customers, customer acquisition. Our founder, Michael Hansen, and your Dubli Network team are thrilled that many of you have taken this in an ultra serious and really have set the standard and the bar for many of our business associates around the world. We actually have 4 ways, as you know. We're going to highlight them very quickly to be active. Key is maintain and remain active. Very first one, obviously, is purchasing a monthly voucher, qualification voucher, enroll a new VIP customer. And you all know this, but we just want to make sure that accurate information is given. And many of our sales directors and VPs on this call are probably taking screenshots, which is A-OK. This is corporate information for you. Renew a VIP customer when they renew after their year, 12 months. That is also a way to be active. And then what many people are doing around the globe is over time or right off the bat, like a Don Wonderly right here in Oregon and United States, who has never really had success, quite frankly, isn't a tech-savvy person. But not only did he become VIP 20 customer qualified, but now he is duplicating that throughout his team, and it is amazing what is transpiring and the amount of customers that are now shopping with Dubli. As you all know, to recap as well, we have the loyalty bonus in regards to the PPA package. As we mentioned back on May 2nd, our goal and our outcome is customer acquisition. This is for new PPAs from October 1st forward, and also for any team members or the team member package that upgrades to PPA. So they could have joined at any time or enrolled at any time in a TM package. The minute they upgrade to PPA, again, just to make sure it's clear and we have clarification, that their clock will start in order for the PPA loyalty bonus so that they would receive the uniqueness. No other company is doing this, that Ricky, Michael Hansen, myself, and some of our leadership aware of. I've never seen it, never heard of it, where we actually will put in the bank account of our BAs that have remained and maintained active. So be active, stay active. Very, very important for all of us to be duplicating this process as we move forward. Continuing, the $1 million contract. I'm going to slow down just a tad here to make sure that we go through the next 2 slides very carefully. $1 million contract, something that, again, we announced on our last global call with our founder, Michael Hansen. I want to bring you on some updates. Number 1, this is for vice presidents and senior vice presidents only. So as a sales director on this call, you have now until August 31st. That's now until August 31st, and I know a lot of you are running very, very hard to achieve the rank of vice president by August 31st. And when that happens, you will then be given by the company 2 $1 million contracts to give to the person that you choose. Now, just a word of disclaimer: that is not to be given to another vice president. It is for another member, all the way up to a sales director position, or in many cases, there are people that are vice presidents that will be giving their contract or one of their contracts to a person that's maybe not even in the Dubli network at this time. An incentive, a prospecting tool, a motivation, and that is fine and simple. Receive 2 $1 million contracts, and what's in it for you, the actual person? So in this particular example, if John, who is a vice president, he has the ability to have 2 $1 million contracts. He can give it to Sally, who is maybe a team member, team coordinator, a sales director in his organization, and he can give one to Bob, who is a network guru or a top leader of another company, and this would be that motivational for him to join with John in our business. Now listen to this very, very carefully. This is an update. It's the first time you've heard this. Our contracts are ready now. Now what that means is if you're a vice president or a senior vice president, you have several options. You can email me at any time that's convenient for you, today, tomorrow, next week, all the way up to August 31st. You can email me and say, Jerry, I have my 2 in mind, but I'm not going to give them out until we're in Dubai. Now keep in mind, you remember the facts. In order for this contract to be valid, you, the person giving the 2 contracts, and your 2 recipients must be at the Dubli Summit. There are no exceptions. So your option could be, I'm going to wait until we're there. Or in this example, John could say, Jerry, here's my email. This could be on this next Monday. I already know I would like to give one to Bob. Here's his name. Here's his BA number. I will immediately call John. We will set up all the details. And the minute that John gets the contract and sits with Bob and they sign the contract, that, and get it back to me, that is when their time clock starts for the qualifications for the $1 million in Dubli stock, the $1 million value of Dubli stock. What's going to happen is whether we implement the contracts now, between now and August 31st, or we do it in Dubai on Sunday night, the last night of the Dubli Summit, all sales directors, vice presidents, and senior vice presidents will have a special time with Michael Hansen and the network team. And during that event, so I would not recommend whatsoever having flights leaving on Sunday night out of Dubai. Make it on Monday, because we'll probably be celebrating till midnight or 1 a.m. on Sunday. And at that event is when we will have the official Michael Hansen signature to the contracts. So up until then, and I'm going to continue to talk while I'm getting my slides back up for each and every one of you. Let me just recap again. The contracts are ready. Contact me. I will immediately call you. We will talk about the particulars. Otherwise, you can wait. Send me an email. Say, Jerry, I'd like to wait until we're actually at the event. I'll have my 2 participants with me, and we will continue. Now, as you remember, what is it for you? And there's right there my email address for each and every one of you. As John, in this example, who is the vice president that chose his 2 participants, when they qualify by first year, 2,000 new BAs at the TM or PPA package, 3,000 the following year for a total of 5, then John will also receive a $1 million value in Dubli stock. No matter what it's traded at that time, it is worth $1 million for John to do what he wants to do with it. People have asked me over and over again, well, what if Bob qualifies and builds a team of 6,000 within the first year? Qualification. Congratulations. And at the end of the 2-year period, that's when all the stock will be given to those who have qualified. At the end of the 2 years, that stock will be given at $1 million in value. Exciting, exciting times. As we get ready to close out the call, and if you have any questions, please, my address is right there, my email address, jyurke@dublicorp.com. Would love to be able to share the information with you. Can't wait to get your name and the participants' names. We can work on it. It is going to be one amazing celebration when we're together on Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. And we actually have not only some special surprises for each and every one of you. That's why everybody needs and shoot and go and achieve, be sales director by the Dubli Summit. But we'll also have the ceremony of the $1 million contracts. September 18th, 19th, and 20th, right there at the Atlantis. It is amazing. The email address, or excuse me, the site is right there for each and every one of you on how to register, how to get your rooms reserved for the hotel. The actual ticket sales for the registration will end on August 15th. So make sure you don't waste another minute, another day, and you all get registered. Hotel special rates will end on August 17th. Just a side small disclaimer, as rooms are available. This is one of those 5, 6, 7-star resorts. World-renowned. People are always booking their rooms ahead of time. Please make sure you and your team members do the exact same thing. And for your hotel and your registration, right there at events.dublinetwork.com. Couple other quick aspects as we put the bullet points up. Block of rooms are first come, first serve. We mentioned to that, book and stay at the hotel. Very important that you do so because you're right on the location. You're right there and it will be easy access. It also includes breakfast free Wi-Fi, which is very important. I know there's going to be a lot of movies taken and you're going to want to communicate. And then, of course, the access to the water park. And I'll never forget announcing the Dubli Summit location. And one of our vice presidents hit us immediately and said, I cannot wait to be on that water slide. So it is important. There's a global impact with being there. All of you should have received the email, the newsletter that went out from the company talking about why Dubli, why the Dubli Summit, why do I need to go? And let me just make another disclaimer and just a inside scoop for each and every one of you. And Ricky, I know you touched on this. The company Dubli, you know, for this event, if only Dean, Thomas, Jerry, and Ricky showed up, it is going to be the best event we've ever had. Don't worry about us trying to sell tickets, promote tickets. Oh my goodness, we're not going to, we're not going to break even. The company is doing great, fantastic, amazing. And thank you to all of our leadership, because it is a partnership. It is team. Your success is our success. The reason why this event is for many different reasons, but one of them, most importantly, is for you. The chance to network with other countries. I cannot wait to see our Europeans who have not had a chance to rub shoulders with and roll up our sleeves together. You get a chance to be first to hear the announcements, first to meet the tech team who is bringing the most amazing platform and mobile app our industry has ever seen, and much, much more. You'll receive belief, certainty. It is life-changing. Events not only drive the business, as Dean mentioned, events drive your business. Vision, starting with Michael Hansen all the way down. And of course, let's not forget, we're going to have an incredible amount of fun. New products. Whether it's called the toolbar, the extension, whatever it's called, just know certainty, no hype, nothing else other than you need to be there for our new products, to see it first, to test drive it, to just be amazed at what Dubli has been doing, as Ricky mentioned, behind the scenes, and it will not stop. So with that, I'm going to close the call. I'd like to have Thomas come on just for a minute or two to say hello to our incredible leadership. I know, Thomas, with calls today here on U.S. time at 6:30 a.m. and continuing, and team calls right after this, you are the nonstop, ever ready bunny, as we say. Your energy is amazing, and we thank you for being our Senior Vice President. Come online and share and help us close out the call.
Yeah, thank you so much, especially for this so easy job for wrapping up this call with all the amazing news. Thanks so much, Dean, Jerry, and Ricky. Glad to hear and feel your passion till here to the desert, and thanks for all this great news. This is, as Jerry mentioned already, the second update call. We had one before for India, and I can tell you, India is under fire. I believe that we will have something like turning the Atlantis Hotel into something like the Taj Mahal afterwards. And you better really get your Nike shoes on all over to get a seat after what's happening now in India, as well all over Middle East, all over North Africa. Parts in Europe are totally under fire. It's really, really special. I think we will see lots of flags from all the countries, which are like so much people in their traditional clothes and so on. And the fun in the evening, oh guys, it will be amazing. And as Jerry just mentioned, only the Aqua Venture, which is attached to the Atlantis, the Palm Hotel, is worth to be here. I will go there tomorrow, by the way, to check as a special Senior Vice President service for you all the brand new slides, looping ones, the fastest ones, the craziest ones. It's totally just like Dubli. And it's a perfect place to cool down afterwards, after all the unbelievable news we are going to see during the day. I just had a call with Michael Hansen a few days ago, and reading through the lines, the news presented in Dubai will be that kind of outstanding that people joining there will find their business on steroids afterwards, that's for sure. And I don't have to tell you, but go ahead and share with your people what it means to be there, and that there is not a question of can I afford or I'm not able to afford this event. The question is, can I afford not to attend? This is what it is all about. If you like the way Apple is presenting new stuff, and I love it a lot, you will love what Dubli is doing in the Dubai Summit even more. And it will be difficult, and that's what I just shared a few hours ago with my team in India. It will be difficult for us to explain to our kids and family members later on why we missed this chance of changing our life to the sunny side, as it is here 365 days a year in Dubai, being a part of this history-making event, and seeing a company who's really taking over the e-commerce world by storm. So I can't wait to meet you all here, all the new leaders. Congratulations from my side as well. This is amazing. I think the new vice president celebration on stage will even get us to get a bigger stage, that's for sure. What's going on is it's just crazy. And I already know where my two $1 million contracts are going to. What about you? Start thinking about it, especially to the sales director. Start from this point. Think about who you are going to share those $1 million contracts, which kind of top contacts you have in place, you have in mind to get on Dubli, to get into Dubli, and having those contracts will make it a little bit easier to give them the last push in order to start full time. So don't miss it, be there, nothing else matters. And there's so much crazy network stuff going on in the world. We need to show what it really means to be a part of the one and only hashtag Dubli Nation. Thanks for your time. Sorry for my very special English, and see you soon. Back to you, to California, Jerry, and thank you so much one more time for all your activities 24 hours a day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Thomas. What an incredible close. And there's only a couple of words left. 54 days, 11 hours, 3 minutes, and 15 seconds. If we don't see you before, we'll see you in Dubai. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you so very much. On behalf of Dubli Network, thank you. And make it an outstanding week. Take care.